talk about the rest of the NFL because there was some exciting games. It just felt so good to be watching NFL football here. Finally back. Best time of the year. We're going to first talk about the Dolphins and the Chargers, which was an absolute shootout. That's something that I expected and that I said in the last episode. I thought this was going to be a shootout, and it was, with the Dolphins winning 36-34, and the Chargers once again proving that they cannot close out games to save their lives, man. It's frustrating, and I'm not even a Chargers fan. Despite the Chargers running for 233 yards on the ground, they got 117 from Austin Eckler, 91 from Joshua Kelly. It was Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill who was making play after play after play for the Miami Dolphins, getting the win in Week 1.
Yeah, this is a new year for everyone, a new year for the Chargers, but it's the same old Chargers. And I think that's been the story of the last 2 or 3 years under Brandon Staley. It's been...
What did Quentin Johnson get himself into, guys?
I know. Well, I'm hoping Quentin can turn this turn this franchise around, but they've got some big problems on their hands. Brandon Staley just, again, I feel like year after year just has proven that he can't command a legitimate football team. And I think, again, closing games out, just like you said, is the biggest problem. And, I mean, but at the same time, they gave us one heck of a game. So I am thankful for that.
The defense is the issue for the Chargers. Obviously, you put up 34 points in Kellen Moore's offensive coordinator debut. But Brandon Staley, who is there because he is a defensive-minded head coach, they just can't seem to get it together. And and this past Sunday afternoon was just the epitome of that. But as you said, Ian, thank you so much for giving me my fantasy win. Tyreek Hill had 44.5 points.
Oh my gosh, Tyreek Hill, my savior. Oh my
God.
Really
he won me the game.
Yeah. He's great. He is tremendous. And I was talking with Zion today. There were a couple passes that Tua was launching down the field, and I wasn't sure what was more impressive, whether it was the throw or that Tyreek Hill actually caught up to some of those balls. I mean, but that's what you get when you have when you have such a wonderful quarterback, and then someone like Tyreek Hill who you really just toss it up to and you just let him go grab.
The go-ahead touchdown was Tua dropped that right in the basket. Yep. That was such a great throw, and then a really good catch by Tyreek because he, from the camera angle, it really looked like he was getting his vision was somewhat blocked of the ball, and he just like, boop, it's in my arms, touchdown, we win.
Yeah, I want to give an appreciation to Tua Tagovailoa because I think he doesn't get enough respect. He gets hurt a lot, and that's super unfortunate, but I feel like he gets a lot of criticism. Some of it might be fair, but I think he's a solid quarterback. He proved that today on Sunday. He is the Dolphins guy. I really like what I saw from Tua. And I'm also a big Justin Herbert guy, and this does not fall on Justin Herbert, okay? I just want to make that very clear. The Chargers defense, if you look at, Seth, you talked about how poor they are. If you look at the players on that team, and it's a lot of names, but not a lot of
Derwin
talent
James.
Connectivity. Yeah, Derwin James, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Asante Samuel Jr., Eric Kendricks, who, whatever, J.C. Jackson. Those are pretty well-known names amongst most NFL fans, and they just do not seem to put it together. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand. They traded for Khalil Mack, and I was like, oh, boom, right? They've had Joey Bosa for a long time. Obviously, we know what Joey Bosa is capable of. You said it, Zion. It looks like it should all be there, but it's just not, and it's really unfortunate because, Ian, you might disagree here because you're an AFC West guy, but I would love to see the Chargers succeed. I think that it would be a fun time to see the Chargers, post Phillip Rivers, get some stuff done here.
I disagree.
I wonder why. We'll get to that in a second.
No, I mean, and again, I feel like that's the thing, right? With the Chargers, there's, in terms of their offense, I mean, the personalities on their offense, I guess just taking a step away from the football talk and just about the personalities. I mean, I feel like Justin Herbert's a guy that you can't really root against. I mean, even as, for me, a Raider fan and someone that's, supposed to be against all AFC West teams. I mean, Justin Herbert's a great quarterback, and you want to see him do well. And it's a shame that he hasn't had the opportunity to actually do that here with the Chargers. Yes, he's had the opportunities to, but it's more just the fact that it's the defenses that have let him down year after year after year. And I think it's frustrating for him because at a certain point, Herbert's done all that he can do. you look at that wide receiver core, and it's really talented on paper, but man, is it injury prone. It's perhaps the most injury prone wide receiving core, maybe outside of the Cincinnati Bengals. I want to say something like that. I know that the Bengals kind of came out of left field there, but just thinking about the players that they have, right, and how they use them. Keenan Allen will get hurt at some point this year. Yeah. Mike Williams was sidelined for a little bit already in that first game. And not to down talk Quentin Johnson, but he's someone that if he gets a knee injury, an ankle injury, he's a lot like Mike Williams in the sense that those injuries will linger for a guy like Quentin if he doesn't rest and doesn't come back 100% healthy. But at the same time, that's something that you can't do in the NFL is come back 100% healthy. No one's going to play at 100% health, I guess. But it's just too bad. Justin Herbert's a great quarterback, and it's just you need to be able to put all three facets of the game together.